A gut-wrenching loss at Shell Energy Stadium as the Portland Timbers fall 3-2 to the Houston Dynamo. It was a game where you thought at points they deserved 3, at the very least deserved 1. If you asked me through 10-minute intervals who is going to win this game, I would have given you a different answer often. But the Portland Timbers certainly didn't crater after they went down 2-1, and it was just a gut-wrenching way to end.
Time of the essence, hit and hope. It's an adroit ball. Bogus, he's in. He can win it. Bogus! Oh no! Bogus has won it.
You know, we're getting punished for the littlest things. We're getting punished for not just being smart enough at this moment in time. But it's my job to make sure that the team are smart. And like I say, this run that we're on at the moment is purely on my shoulders, and I'm confident that we can turn the corner, because I see the work that's being done every single day by my staff, by my players. They're an incredible bunch, and you know, I think this is a great learning for everybody.
You know, last minute we couldn't get a result on the road, but we were right there. We're that close, and especially with the circumstances with the injuries we're having, you know, we're putting together squads that are fighting to win games, and we're going to continue to fight.
I thought Brandon Bai had a good game until stoppage time, where he had a chance for the game winner. It falls in his lap, takes too much time off of the shot. Alternatively, on Matty Bogusz's game-winning goal 15 minutes into stoppage time, obviously it's a mistake, and the veteran fullback will admit that. He tries to head the ball and trying to get it, I think, over to Finn Sermon or head it back to Pantemis. I think it's the former, not the latter. Regardless, it wasn't the right play, and Bogusz was just able to shoulder him off the ball.
You look at the third goal; it was you know, a mistake, which happens. You know, so I think at that moment when the opposition are down to 10 men, it's about game management. It's about staying with your runs and sustaining the attacks and keeping possession of the ball. Something that we did. You know, I think I might be wrong, but I think we outpossessed them in the game.
There was only one game in 2025 where the Portland Timbers scored first and ended up losing that game. Unfortunately, they are now 0-1-0 in that category in 2026. But this game is not all negatives. The Timbers absolutely deserved to lose to Vancouver last week. They didn't deserve to lose to Houston today. The chance creation was so much better with Aravina and David DaCosta in midfield. I thought it was a tall ask for DaCosta to come back and play as a deeper midfielder than just his traditional number 10, like he should be playing in the coming weeks when Jose Caicedo and Cole Bassett are in the lineup. Regardless, DaCosta in those half spaces really gave more optionality in attack. And if he was fit enough to go the full 90, or in this game go the full 105 minutes, I think the Timbers get a point or maybe 3 in this game overall.
At this moment in time, it's tough, but tactically I thought the team was fantastic today. And you know, with a little bit more energy, with a little bit more fitness in terms of Aravina and DaCosta in the game, I think we should have at least come out with a point.
This game started to slip away at the start of the second half. Ben Olsen was as irate as I've seen a manager in Major League Soccer going into that halftime locker room, and it clearly bolted into his team because they were unreal in that first 15 minutes. A few faults from the Timbers back line that has unfortunately given up 11 goals, the most in the Western Conference to date. When they clear it, it seems like it always goes to an opportune area for the opposition, and that stems more long shots, which the Timbers, now in 3 consecutive games, have given up a shot from distance.
I'd be lying to say that we're not seeing the same thing. What I would say is that the Diego Rossi shot was a brilliant shot. The goal in Colorado was a deflected goal, so I don't count that. Tonight, I thought we could have prevented it. We do need to be better at getting out of the box and stopping those long shots. We're defending the actual box, we're defending the corner kicks so well. Any kind of cross coming into the box, we're defending really well, and it's another aspect that we just need to be better on. And I think I felt in a 20-minute period we sunk a little bit too deep.
Christopher Velde's goal is obviously a positive. It's his first ever in regular season play for the Portland Timbers. Same can be said about Gage Guetta's strike. But Velde didn't have a great game besides the goal itself. He is taking a tick too long on the ball. His PK wasn't disastrous, but also wasn't a great one. It was about diving height for Jonathan Bond to stop that. And Velde needs to be at the level of, you know, Gabriel Peck and Joseph Paintsil when the Timbers play the LA Galaxy next week.
Here's Forey's throw. Headed along by the Timbers. Guerra able to get a foot to it. Velda's shot and a goal! The Timbers have answered back courtesy of the first goal in the regular season for Christopher Velda. 2-2 at Shell Energy Stadium.
I think for the first time this season we had a structure, the structure that I wanted, the structure that we'd worked towards, the structure that we'd planned, the structure that we'd recruited for, and now we just need to get better within this structure.
Apple TV showed it for about a second and a half, but if you were watching the broadcast, James Pantemis had a massive gash on his face, bleeding a lot. It was not intentional by Markanich, but he did step down on James Pantemis' face. I'm just happy that it wasn't his eye or his nose or somewhere worse, because that was ugly as is, but could have been even worse. Pantemis bandaged up. It took the referee too long for the physio to come out.
I think he's getting maybe stitches, but don't quote me on that. I think he's got a bad gash to his head. There's no concussion there, I don't think. So no, he's okay.
All week long, we'll be talking about this game versus the Houston Dynamo, because there is about 1,000 things from this match I didn't touch on in this post-game report. Adam Booker will have a write-up on Monday morning, sort of contextualizing this game in the bigger picture. And also we'll have a full podcast. I expect it to be a longer one on Tuesday morning.